In the last video, we learned about the first city-based civilization on the subcontinent, the Harappan civilization. We learned the story of the discovery of this almost lost people and the major towns that they developed, their very advanced water storage and transportation systems, as well as their incredible production centers and the goods they produced for trade. We also found out about their international trade, remains of goods and seals found as far as Oman and Mesopotamia. Based on these evidences, we can safely say that they were an incredible people. So, where are they now? Sadly, the short answer is that they do not exist anymore. And as we'll see in history, a lot of culturally and scientifically advanced human systems meet the same fate that the Harappan civilization did. That is, they don't survive the test of time. Namaste, Namaskaram, Sat Sri Akal, Adab, hi, and welcome to the History of India from our nation's textbooks. One of the most unique developments in terms of technology was a new tool called the plow that was used to dig the earth for turning the soil and planting seeds. This new tool allowed the Harappans to grow enough food grain to support their growing population and also support their trade and production activity. As we already know, the Harappans had a well-managed water system in their cities. Just like in the cities, even for agriculture, the Harappans had a well-managed water system and used irrigation techniques to make their crops grow. Knowing that the Harappans used advanced materials and advanced technologies to make new and innovative products that they traded might mislead us into thinking that their lives were like the lives in modern cities of today. In modern cities today, most city households seldom have any connection to farming or animal rearing. This wasn't true for the Harappans. While most of the crops were probably grown in the countryside and in villages such as Mehergarh, many Harappans were heavily engaged in the farming of these crops, such as wheat, rice, and barley. Harappans were also actively engaged in rearing cows, buffaloes, sheep, and goats. They even collected fruit, caught fishes, and hunted wild animals, just like some hunter-gatherers. This brings us to an important understanding of social, cultural, and material evolution. Just because major advances are made in technology and science by a group of people, it does not mean that all humans completely adapt to new professions or a new way of life. A clear example of this is that while some Harappans were city dwellers, traders, jewelers, craftsmen, and women, others lived in the countryside, practiced agriculture, and hunting gathering to get food. Also, human progress is not linear. As a general rule, not all societies continue to evolve with time and keep getting better and better indefinitely. For a short period of time, a group of people may make incredible progress in art and science and technology, but then that progress may be lost completely or adapted partially by a different people. This is a recurring theme in history. The same applies to the Harappan culture. They achieved incredible progress in trade, architecture, agriculture, and even science and technology, but this did not guarantee their survival, and with time, their civilization disintegrated. By 1900 BCE, or about 3900 years ago, most of the Harappan sites saw dramatic changes and a transformation of material culture. The weights, seals, special beads, writing, long-distance trade, and craft, which were all unique features of the Harappan culture, disappeared around this time. Fewer materials were used to make fewer things. Some cities, such as Cholistan, were abandoned completely. In fact, a more rural way of life returned in the late Harappan culture. So what brought about these changes? Many explanations have been given by archaeologists and historians. These range from sudden climate change, deforestation, excessive flooding, drying up of water resources, to overuse of the land resources. However, while some of these reasons may be valid, they do not explain the collapse of an entire culture. A more suitable explanation may be the fall of the Harappan system of government, since such a major upheaval would be accompanied by a disappearance of trade and craft and the decline and abandonment of cities. In 1947, based on a misinterpretation of the ancient text of Rig Veda, R.E.M. Wheeler, the then Director General of the ASI, conjectured that maybe the Harappan civilization vanished because of an invasion from outside invaders. But this was later disproved by George Dales in 1964. Whatever the reason, this civilization and its advanced culture was lost for centuries, and it would be a while before new cities and a new civilization would rise in our subcontinent with a different material culture altogether. But that is a story for another day. For now, we must bid the Harappans farewell and continue our journey to discover one of the most ancient books of the world, the Rig Veda. Until then, be happy, stay healthy, and keep on learning.